What's going on, guys? Welcome back to how to build a natural tree in Minecraft. So last time we made the branches, and the time before that we made the trunk and made it nice and neat into the ground, and we made it look like a tree. So now it looks like a dead tree, without leaves on it. So this episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add leaves to make it look, like that, except small. So whenever you add leaves, what you're gonna want to do, well, you can do this any way you want. This is probably the most like however you want to, but I prefer on the ends of the branches cover the bottom ones. So not all the way because you want to still be able to see some of the branches, but cover like the bottom on the ends, and then you want to cover all the wood like just like this on the sides. Right. So on the end you don't want there to be any wood showing at all. You just want to. I like to go ahead and get that done and out of the way before I move on to like trying to fill in it all, just so I know that where my boundaries are. Because you can see a big green. Like it makes like a big circle. I just prefer doing it this way. That way I don't accidentally miss any logs, and it seems pretty efficient to me. But of course, World Edit would be much more efficient. But we're not in the business of using World Edit, are we? So no. And then you're gonna want to take the leaves after you cover the sides up here. So once you do like the end of it, you want to cover all of these on top, all the way back into the to the trunk, till around like right here. And what you want to do is, it's okay if you misplace blocks. You don't really have to delete any because eventually you're gonna cover it all anyway. So that's probably the best part about this. And then if you want to, you can cover like some of the side ones because you want it to look. It's hard to describe, but once you see it at the end, if you don't cover all the ones on the side, on the branches, it looks very awkward from down here. Right? Trust me, you want to cover more than you leave out. Even though, because remember, when we were making the branches, they don't look that good, so you want to be able to hide as much as you can. And it looks here like I didn't fix it whenever I was done. Silly me, I forgot that. That's weird. I could have sworn I remember doing these. That's very weird. Okay, then. And one more. Okay, one more. There we go. I think that's it. One more. That's it, though. And, okay, now we can get back to leaves. So we just cover all the bottoms. And pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to cover all the ends of these and leaves, and then I'll be right back, okay? So I'm going to save you guys some time so you don't have to watch this, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys, so I just covered all the ends of the branches and leaves, and now I covered the tops of them as well. So I connect them, all I did was I covered the bottoms on the end, and like, the ends like I told you, and then I just covered all the tops of them all the way to the center. And then I covered some on the side, but I didn't cover all the ones on the bottom. So I'll just give you a quick little tour of it so you can see it real quick. This is how they look right now. I still left a little flying chunks because they will help me later. You don't need all of them, but some of them are a good guide for the farther away branches. And there we go. We should be good right now. So now, whenever you want to connect the leaves to from branch to branch, what you want to do is say, we'll start over here first. It's shorter. What I like to do is, let's see, we have to go from here to there. So I'm going to try to make a curved path, like coming out this way and then going back. So all you really need to do, let me make it daytime again. I think it's getting late. There we go. Okay, so what I do is I just kind of spam the right click button until I get to until my back hits the thing, wherever it may be. And I'm kind of missing it right now. But see, I just kind of made a straight line. But you can always go back and, like spam click and basically, I mean, spam click sounds, like not very like a technical term, but that's kind of how you have to do leaves on trees because they're not perfect and you just kind of have to go with it. You can't really like perfect a tree. So obviously you want to make it like not, odd looking or, oddly shaped. But like you want to bring this out a little bit. And these won't decay. Not that I'm aware of. That one hasn't decayed and it's been a long time, so I think they only decay if you start taking away the wooden blocks, or if they're naturally occurring trees, something like that. I'm not really sure how it works, but these don't decay, so it doesn't matter. And then once you like connect it like this, it looks ugly from there, but from here, it still kind of looks ugly. But trust me, once we add tons of leaves, it will look fine. So there's really not much advice I can give on this point, other than like once you cover it like this, oops, once you cover it like, you know, from side to side and you make it look good, you have to go back under and fill it in. Otherwise, whenever you're standing right here, it'll look like a big dome. Because if you notice over here, the reason this one looks thick is because I actually went under this thing and filled it all in. Before I filled it in, it just looked like a big hollow dome, and you could see right through it. That's why whenever you connect them, you need to make sure you make it thick. You can't just put one layer, because you can see straight through them. Unless you're playing on, like, you know, fast graphics, I think, then you can't see through them. But it still looks better if it's thicker. So that's the only really advice I can give on placing leaves. So there's no, I mean, again, all we're doing right now is putting leaves on a tree. So this is most definitely the most boring and labor intensive part of this build, because it just takes so long and it's not that exciting, honestly. And you just want to be as random as possible. So, and then once you think you're done with the side, you have to go back and make it look good. Like, you just have to kind of guess. And you don't want anything too odd, like that looks weird, you know, in here maybe. Oops. Like that. Like that. And anyway, you want it to be a gradual sort of incline up to the middle here, which would be like right here. So it's not easy, and it's not that fun, honestly, doing the leaves, but it's worth it in the end to get it to look like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to do a speed up right here. Yeah, attempt. So if it doesn't work, it'll just be a little quick skip. But if it does work, then you'll get to see me put all the leaves down. So hopefully it works, and I'll be right back. Either way, it won't be long for you. Sadly for me, it'll be like 20 minutes. So, or maybe half an hour. I don't know. I'll see you. See you on the other side, man. Or woman. Woman. Man. He-man. Okay, I'll see you. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, that took a lot longer than I expected it to. That tree is a lot bigger than I anticipated. In fact, it's almost the same size as that one, except for that one's a few sizes bigger. The trunk is definitely bigger on that one. But yeah, this is a lot bigger than I anticipated. But it turned out pretty good in the end. It's not perfect. Like, I think it leaves hang over a little too much on this side. But it's a tree, so it's not perfect. So it looks good to me. So I hope you guys like it. Hope I could help you in some way if you wanted to know how to build a tree. Or if I couldn't help you, at least you can see how building trees, like how you can do it, how it begins, with the circle guide. There's a basic way for you to start off at building your tree. You may not build one of these straight off the back or one of those straight off the back, because I've done these pretty much. Is that a red sheep over there? What was that? That was weird. Okay. Well, anyway, I've built quite a few of these. I've never really saved them, but I've built quite a few of them. There's a glowing pig. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this how-to little series. And what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, be wary whenever you are building these. Granted, I have the shaders mod and the photorealism texture pack, but I want you to know that your computer will not like you placing down this many blocks of leaves. It just won't like it. It'll throw fits at you. Even my computer does it, and it's pretty fast. So I just want to warn you, the leaves are pretty demanding. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. If you want the, I'm gonna put the map up for download, but it's not gonna be. Sadly, I'm sorry, but it's not gonna be in this video. It's gonna be, whenever I finish that series over there. All of it's gonna be in the download. So if you want this map, you have to tune in to the last episode of that series over there. It's called Building the Shire, and right now we're on episode 3. So yeah, you don't. I mean, if you don't want to watch all of them, you don't have to. But just be sure to go to the end one if you want all of this. And there'll be more added to it too. But if you want to see the tree in person or in Minecraft, in your Minecraft, if that makes sense. Oops. Then be sure to go to the end of that series whenever it ends, so that you can download it. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So again, hope I could help you. We're gonna say goodbye on these glowing animals. Man, you are very bright today, Mr. Sheepy. Bye to you too. So, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I've said this like 50 times, so I'm just gonna leave it here. Wow, that's a pretty scene. Look at all these trees, Mr. Sheep. I might make another. No, I'm not. Never mind. That took way too long. I'm done building trees for a little bit. I need to take a break. Okay, so me and Mr. Sheep signing off. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.